when Emily knocked on his door that night. She had no idea it would be the last time she'd recognize him. He was her boyfriend, her closest person, the one who used to walk her home when the streets were empty, the one who never missed a single call. And then, without warning, he changed. What happened inside that apartment has never been explained. No confession, no evidence, just a name scratched into a wall, and a voice recording that authorities refuse to release. This isn't a ghost story, this is a record, a timeline, a reconstruction of a visit that should have lasted one evening, but echoes on through police files, neighborhood silence, and an entire building that no one wants to rent anymore. In October of 2022, 23-year-old Lena Hart went to visit her boyfriend at his apartment in Red Hollow Heights, a neighborhood marked by frequent complaints, unexplained outages, and a growing list of unanswered questions. She sent her last text at 8:41 p.m. What followed was reconstructed from fragmented voicemails, a tenant's anonymous call to emergency services, and an audio file discovered weeks later, deep in the building's locked maintenance sublevel. This video documents everything investigators found and everything they couldn't explain. If you're watching this, you're seeing what the police couldn't release and what Lena's family was never meant to find out. Lena Hart was quiet, dependable, and rarely missed her nightly check-ins with her sister. For 4 months, she had been dating w𝖊𝖓, a 26-year-old graphic designer who'd recently moved into apartment 6B of the Greystone complex. Greystone had a reputation: frequent tenant turnovers, complaints of humming in the walls, lights that flickered without electrical faults. The property manager dismissed them as urban myths. Lena had only been inside once before, but that night, October 13th, something felt off. Micah hadn't answered her calls in 2 days. He left one voicemail. It lasted 7 seconds. All it said was, "Don't come here tonight." Lena went anyway. She left her apartment at 7:46 p.m. Security footage caught her entering the Greystone lobby at 8:12. She was never seen leaving. There were no signs of forced entry, no noise complaints. No one on the 6th floor reported hearing a thing. But just after 3 a.m., a neighbor reported hearing footsteps pacing in circles for over an hour in an apartment that was supposed to be empty. At exactly 8:14 p.m., Lena arrived at apartment 6B. There was no answer, but the door was unlocked. Neighbors later said they didn't hear a sound, but one reported a faint smell like damp wood and iron leaking from under the door. Lena entered. She never texted again. The unit looked undisturbed, except for 3 things: a trail of salt poured in a straight line from the bedroom to the closet, a mirror covered with a black sheet, and an old voice recorder placed neatly in the center of the living room floor. That recorder contained 11 minutes of audio, most of it unintelligible. But in the background, someone was whispering Lena's name. Audio engineers confirmed no edits, no looping, no background interference. And the voice, not Micah's. At 3:03 a.m., Lena's phone connected to the building's Wi-Fi one last time, then complete silence. No calls, no GPS, no outgoing data. To this day, no one knows how Lena got inside or why she never left. But one thing is certain: whatever she saw in that room, she didn't walk away from it. On October 15th, building maintenance entered apartment 6B after several tenants complained of water leaking through their ceilings. What they found triggered an immediate lockdown of the floor. There were no signs of Lena, no Micah, no movement, but the entire ceiling above the bedroom had collapsed inward, like something had been pressing down from the inside. That same day, Micah's name appeared on an emergency room intake list 40 miles away. He had been admitted for extreme dehydration and a dislocated jaw. According to hospital records, he arrived barefoot, clothes inside out. and repeating one phrase, "She opened it." When asked what happened, 𝖊𝖏 responded with a single question. Did anyone else hear the third voice? Forensic experts confirmed, during the original voice recording found in the apartment, 3 separate vocal frequencies were present. Only one matched Lena, the second was assumed to be 𝖊𝖏. The third remains unidentified. Since that night, 4 residents on the 6th floor have reported knocking from inside their closets between 3 a.m. and 3:10 a.m. No source has ever been found, and apartment 6B has remained sealed by court order. Whatever Lena saw, whatever she opened, didn't leave with her. Apartment 6B has remained unoccupied for over a year. Attempts to rewire the unit fail. Lights blow out within minutes. Motion sensors trigger randomly, always between 3 a.m. and 3:10 a.m. Michael Lowell refused to give further statements. 3 months after his discharge, he vanished. His car was found abandoned outside a storage unit in Osborne County. Inside was a single item, a reel-to-reel audio recorder, still spinning. The last known file recorded at the Greystone complex was traced to Lena's phone. 8 minutes of silence, followed by faint scratching sounds, and a whisper. Still here. No remains, no official cause, no closure. Just a question no one in law enforcement will answer. Why were there 2 different DNA profiles under the salt line in the apartment, neither belonging to Lena or 𝖊𝖏? The building is still occupied. Tenants report nothing out of the ordinary, unless they mention her name out loud. Some say it starts with a knock. Others just stop responding. No one knows what Lena Hart saw in that room, or if it ever left, but every now and then, on nights when the wind cuts differently through the Greystone hallway, someone hears a voice whisper back, "Don't come here tonight." You've heard the story, but what do you think really happened to Lena Hart? Is there something in apartment 6B, or something darker at play? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If you found this story as chilling as we did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another story that will make you question what's lurking just beyond the walls. And if you're ready for more, we've got a playlist filled with haunting tales just like this one. Check it out right here. Remember, sometimes the scariest things aren't what you see. They're the things that see you first.